Hi, this is Sean from Co-Listings Real Estate, and I've got the pleasure of sitting down with Jill Horsch with Thrive Real Estate. Your brokerage is the brokerage that's listing this beautiful mid-century modern home called the Vantanya's house, and I'd love for you to tell everyone a little bit about the size of it and how many bedrooms and bathrooms.
So this is house was designed by Walter S. White, and it has 2 stories, 7,390 square feet, 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms.
This property is on a 10-acre lot, and it's not just any 10-acre lot, correct? It's positioned in a very unique way, and this is all designed by Mr. White intentionally. So why don't you talk a little bit about some of those unique points about the positioning of this home?
He was actually asked to design this home, and he designed it with the view of Pikes Peak. And you can just see Pikes Peak, southwest facing, and it's built in an arch, kind of quarter circle design. So it's sort of focused right on Pikes Peak, and then it's floor to ceiling windows, 300 floor to ceiling windows.
That's exactly why it's called the Vantanya's house, because it's Spanish for windows. I think one of the other interesting points to me that stood out as we were researching this particular property is how Walter S. White was in retirement, and he came out to this property, and the moment that he saw the positioning of this property on top of the hill, the view of the mountains and Pikes Peak, he was convinced that he needed to work on this particular project, and I'm really glad that he did. What about the interior of the house? What would you say are some of the noteworthy details? Because this is an extremely detail-oriented house in terms of the materials that were used.
So I think one of my favorite features is the mahogany that is being restored. So you have like clear birchwood, and you have mahogany that has been restored. It's like 4-inch mahogany, and it's around the beams and the steel beams, and then around the windows as well. And it's, you know, it's just beautiful.
And what about some of the historical elements? There's a little touch of Frank Lloyd Wright in this house, isn't there?
Yes, there is. So behind us, you can actually see there are Frank Lloyd Wright designed these doors, and they're actually from a hotel in Lake Geneva.
In Switzerland?
Yes. And Frank Lloyd Wright's granddaughter actually lived in this home at one point, and she was able to import these doors that slide, you know, from the great room to the dining room, and the whole wall slides, and so she was able to put these in this home.
These sliding walls actually help partition some of the areas of the home. So if you want some privacy in the dining room, you can close these sliding walls to be able to do that. But continuing into the kitchen's also pretty remarkable with some very exquisite materials.
So the kitchen is like a cook's delight. They have custom European cabinets and natural stone, onyx stone, and you know, you've got your Wolf gas induction ovens, you have your Sub-Zero fridges, you have your wine fridge, and you have your Gaggeneur appliances, and then throughout the kitchen as well you have the precision milled slate floor that kind of flows to the rest of the house.
It's a really good transition into the master bedroom, because that slate tile continues there. And as you walk into that master bedroom, you find a 1,200 square foot master bedroom. Again, floor to ceiling windows. And as you walk into the bathroom, it's also a very generous area. You've got a 90 square foot open style shower with a freestanding tub. So as you are relaxing at the end of a day, you're sitting in this tub and you're looking out through these floor-to-ceiling windows, admiring the pine trees, admiring the beautiful scenery, Pikes Peak and the mountains. I couldn't think of a better place to relax and unwind. As you, though, continue outside of the property, this is really an entertainer's delight, isn't it? There are some other structures that I'd love for you to tell everyone about.
So one of my favorite, features of this property is there is a glass party house. It's 900 square feet glass walls that you can open up, and there's lounge chairs and you can sit and sip lemonade, and then you can look over across and there's a tennis court, and there's also a half basketball court, and also there's one of your favorite features behind the house.
That's correct. At the top of the property is a putting green. So as you're working on your short golf game, you're admiring this 360-degree view of northern Colorado Springs, including Pikes Peak and the mountains. And this is truly a phenomenal house. And you'd think that with all the mountain views and the pine trees that this would be in a very remote, secluded area, but it's not, right? You're really close to shopping. You're about 35 minutes away from the Broadmoor, about equal distance to the Colorado Springs Airport, and just a short 30-minute jaunt by plane to Aspen or Vail for that winter ski lifestyle.
Yeah, so you basically can have it all. You can have your mountain views and feel, you're excluded, but then you also can, have places to play like skiing.
From inside to out, the attention to detail is truly remarkable, and there's quite a few things that we don't have time to talk about on camera that I think you'll just really have to set up a private showing to walk through this property in person. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
So,
it's custom designed. I mean, you have to come and see this house.
Oh, and we almost forgot one of our favorite parts of the house, right? It has to do with the efficiency of the house, the energy efficiency of the house. So all 300 of these windows have an energy efficiency element about it. Why don't you talk a little about some of those details?
So Walt S. White basically had a patent design. First of all, the windows are solar rotating. So in the wintertime, then it absorbs the heat, and in the summertime it reflects the heat. And then also another feature, there is an airflow between the windows. From top to bottom, and so that basically you really don't need to have air conditioning hardly. I mean, apparently this is a very cheap house to run in, considering it's such a large house. We talked to the previous owners and they said they didn't have to use a lot of air conditioning or anything like that.
Jill, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and walk everyone through this unique property, probably one of the most unique properties in the entire state of Colorado. For those that want to set up a private showing, they can reach out to us. And if you have any questions, you can also reach out as well. And we'd be happy to answer any of those questions, as well as set up a private showing to show this to you in person.